Hey everyone, what is good? Welcome back to the channel. This is Silver Hyena, and for today's video, I finally want to do something I have been planning for a while, but I just kept putting it off. Well, no more. These are some of the highlighters that I have used in past videos. This was for the Dollar Tree video that I had done using cheap Dollar Tree art supplies. I'll have a link to that in the description below. And then these were some adorable highlighters that I had gotten off of either AliExpress or Wish. At this point, I don't remember which, but again, I will have a link to that video in the description below. And have this adorable pen. Now then, what makes this pen so special? Here, watch this. Wait for it. Erasable ink. That is cool. So, I am going to draw something with these because I can. Anyways, let's get to swatching first, and then I have no idea what I'm gonna do exactly, but I'm gonna do something. So I've got to say that I absolutely love the whole erasable ink concept. That is just, like, to me that's mind-blowing, because until very recently I wasn't even aware that there was such a thing as erasable ink. Now then, it's like when I had originally used these things, they were absolutely awesome, and Japanese stationery is always the cutest. However, I'm really hoping that they'll even still work, because I had some other highlighters that I got off of Wish that they don't really work all that well anymore. So yeah, but okay, that is a nice bright yellow. I am really glad about that. That is nice and juicy. Oh yeah, I love like the neon pastel. That is so cool. Oh, and by the way, the paper I'm using is the Canson XL mixed media paper, which I am very partial to. Okay, and now let's try out these Dollar Tree highlighters, see how well they work. Oh, that is like shield your eyes bright. I've been curious about doing something focusing on highlighters for a while, but I had just never really gotten around to doing anything until, well, now. Okay, so there's the swatches, which they look alright, and I didn't put a protector sheet under this, but since it's highlighters, I didn't really think I'd need to. Yeah, I mean, like, there's no bleed through, so highlighters aren't like your standard markers. Definitely not like alcohol-based markers, but that's okay. As for what I'm gonna draw, I don't know, I didn't really get that far. So let's see here. We've got a whole bunch of really bright colors. So, And I also just wanted an excuse to use erasable ink, since I usually do pencil and then ink over that. I just figured, let's just skip the pencil today. Let's be lazy. Okay. So, I mean, like, yes, I know that there's always thumbnailing and planning out, but I'm just not feeling that today, so I'm just gonna dive right into something. Is that a mistake? Could be. Those of you that have been watching my channel for a while now just know this is how I roll. I mean, like, I love all these colors, just like a bright neon gradient, and one of the best models for that is, of course, a dragon. Okay, so as you can see, I think that the overall design kind of got away from me. I was not originally intending to do something so detailed, but it just kind of it just went off on its own. I don't know what to say. It just kind of sometimes art, it just kind of develops a mind of its own and just kind of does its own little thing and just go. I mean, yeah, I'm not entirely certain about what exactly happened here. So I'm not really so sure that the liner is gonna match the color selection that I have, but we're gonna go ahead and try it anyway because reasons. Okay, so I really want to go in with this really cute little, like, look at how cute these things are. These are so stinking cute. I mean, okay, yeah, now then, let's see here. Okay, you can't exactly cap on, and they're so small, the control is gonna be non-existent. Okay, yeah, this is gonna be a lot harder than I initially thought. Now then, while the ink is still wet, get a little bit of that blue in there. Ooh, I like that. And maybe just a bit of that color, really super bright yellow. Okay, now then after layering, I want to see. Okay, yeah, it's still not still not bleeding through the paper, so yay. Now then, I mean, like, I love the way that eye turned out, so I'm like, what do I do now? I like the eye. The eye looks great, but I don't want to end up ruining everything. So I'm thinking that most of the dragon, I'm gonna use the purples here. And then for the midsection here, I might use the orange and yellow. So this one, the little pill highlighter, is actually considerably darker than this one. So I'm gonna go in with the lighter tone first. Oh yeah, the other thing to mention is that all of these highlighters are pretty much chisel tips, which I don't really use all that much. Next time I go to the store, I'm tempted to check out the office supply section and see what other highlighters are available, because I really enjoy working with them. They're a lot of fun. Now, I have used highlighters in an art piece once before, but this is my first time just focusing on said highlighters. To be completely honest, I wasn't super worried about exact shading, highlighting, values, tones, any of that stuff. All I wanted was to have fun and play around with shield your eyes bright colors. I've always loved really bright colors, but I haven't really used the exceptionally neon colors all that much. They can be really tricky to work with. The other thing is that I wasn't really sure about how well these colors would work with the line art I ended up drawing. But you never know until you try, right? And I'm glad that I took the gamble. I'm very happy with how that purple worked with the blue. Surprisingly, the highlighters blended together quite nicely, all things considered, especially since these highlighters were super cheap. Overall, I'd just call using highlighters, it's fun. In fact, I really don't know why I hadn't considered it sooner. As for Erasable Ink, where has this been all my life? I don't think I've seen this sort of thing on the shelves at stores before. Even like the office specialty stores, I don't recall seeing Erasable Ink just on the shelves at all. This was something that I had picked up on either AliExpress or Wish. I don't remember which. Plus, this particular pen is just so freaking cute. I mean, you saw that, right? It was adorable. Now, since this is my first time using a pen with erasable ink in an actual art piece, I don't have much to really go on for comparison. It's nice, but I do think that humble pencils erase more reliably. I mean, I gotta be honest here. This piece was a lot of fun to work on. So glad that I tried this out. Let me know, have you ever used highlighters in an art piece before? Have you ever used erasable ink? Also, if you guys have any other recommendations on other brands of erasable pens or highlighters, please feel free to let me know in the comments below. Okay, so I am very surprised, not to mention I really like the way this turned out. I mean, I was not exactly certain what sort of effects I would get with a bunch of random highlighters I had lying around, and I mean, like these guys were really good. I mean, I genuinely love how this turned out. I've always loved bright neon colors. And this was a lot of fun. At first, when I was, like I said, when I was doing the line art, I wasn't so sure. Oh, it might not really work. Oh, the colors and the design might clash. But I think that this actually turned out really, really nice. So overall, I enjoy using highlighters. And these highlighters that I got from Dollar Tree, I got 4 of them. They were, well, $1. So you can't go wrong with that. However, just keep in mind that highlighters are not archival quality. The color will fade over time. So they're really more of a for fun thing rather than professional. Something to keep in mind. Anyways, that's all the time we have for today's video. If you enjoyed, please be sure to leave a like. And, well, yeah, just leave a like anyway, just because it's nice and it will help me out. Right now, liking and subscribing, those are the best ways to help out the channel. With that being said, this is Silver Hyena, signing off. Stay creative, everybody. Bye!